Hello everybody, and welcome back to me playing some video games. This is Space Engineers, and I'm Lutherian. And this is a ship that I made called a Salamis cruiser. Kind of. Sort of, almost, not really. That is the coin term for this. Sort of, almost, not really. So, there's a lot of ships, getting some love, and there's some not so much getting some love in the different universes. From fictional, places and things, and I noticed one of them that's not getting very much love is the Gundams. So I've been making ships in my free time when I'm feeling creative, and made this ghetto Salamis cruiser that looks almost like a Salamis cruiser. The bottom's a little wrong, the proportions are off, and it's not to scale, but it looks a little bit like it, enough like it for me. So I made it in a thing. So we're gonna go. It's unlike my last ship, the Musai. It actually has a full interior with like all kinds of corridors and rooms and shit in there, but they're not all decorated, so we're not gonna worry about it too much. Instead, we are gonna go in here and fly it because that's what you do in Space Engineers right now. You fly things, and maybe I'll shoot at it. I'm not 100% sure about the shooting part, but I'm gonna fly it. So turn that off. Gotta go over here. And it turns pretty good. It's a little slow, but it turns pretty good. You could use maybe a few more engines on the inside to point it forwards. There's not a whole lot of backwards engines, but I mean, that's fine. Some of the details I did get right. These little things up here on the front, near the mouth of the ship, I think they're actually supposed to shoot torpedoes. But since you can't get the angles right, no way in hell I'm getting those to shoot torpedoes. So, we're gonna back this up a little bit here now, and we're actually gonna crash in that blue dude. Because blue dude smells like poo-doo. Also, might be able to push him into the space station. Might make for a little interesting crash. And I apologize for the way the game runs. That's just how it runs, apparently. Yeah, because my graphics card does not suck. Maybe my CPU sucks a little bit, but still. Should run a little better than this. But the game's not super optimized at this point, and they just put out a 64-bit version recently. I don't know. I've been taking small breaks. I missed a lot. But as you can see, I'm still smashing the piss out of it. Look, it's getting smashed. Jesus. Also, this asteroid. Shit. I'm not gonna go anywhere running in that thing. So we're gonna back up now. And, maybe rip my entire ship apart here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hit V. Turn away a little bit. Anyways. Yeah. I done fucked this thing up a little bit. I'll be back in 1 second. Alright, we're back. We're picking up some speed here. Not gonna be full speed, but it'll be okay. Still more than enough to pump out this little bastard right here. So, the ship, I know they introduced heavy blocks by the time I started building it, though. I had already built maybe most of the outer edge. So that's why I opted not to use those. They're also heavier and require you to use more thrust, and bam, smashed right into that guy. And look, the way the ship's like physically designed, it's going to smash into things without taking as much damage, because apparently you can just ram straight into things like this and eat right through it, because that's what's gonna happen here. But yeah, so this thing, it's a bit better for ramming than, say, the Musai would be, because the Musai is kind of larger tipped, and it just kind of stop. It lose all its momentum. This can kind of push through a little bit, as you can see here. I might go back and add more engines before I put it up on the workshop, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe not, but we'll see. Anyway, smashing through this little bad boy here, and then we'll take some, yeah. So, let's take some pot shots at it. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back, and we got this little fighter here, the stock fighter, little dinky little guy. But he's, you know, he does a thing. He does a thing. Does some stuff. I accidentally shot already a little bit. But, I think they buffed Gatling guns and changed some things. So we're going to test that out while we're here. See if it does any... Is this some kind of... Yeah, warping. The metal... So, yeah. Instead of doing nothing, Gatling guns now push the armor into pieces, bends it, molds it to its will, and things like that. So that's kind of fancy. And from what I hear, they kind of nerfed missiles. That's what they do to light armor. Oh, yeah, that makes the ships way less, you know, damageable. They're still, you know, if I put heavy armor on this ship, it would be perfect. I think, like, perfect for how it should be, how it should take damage. But I don't have heavy armor on there, and I don't think I'll put heavy armor on there until they take the dumbass camouflage off of it, because I'm not a big fan of that. But as you can see, the destructive power is not nearly as bad on these, so take, you know, several shots to disable the whole ship instead of, you know, two shots is what it seemed like it took before. So, like, you could just plow with this. I guess with this current balance, it's a fairly okay ship, but again, needs heavy armor. But the design of it would make it hard to just disable it with just a couple shots. So I spread out for the most part, I've spread everything out quite a bit. The only things that are kind of clustered is there are some engines and reactors kind of clustered in this section here. So if you see anybody using this in multiplayer, shoot them right here. About midway down the nose section of the ship. There's 4, 5 reactors, something like that down there. Just blow them up. Blow them up. Get rid of them. And boom. Knock out like a quarter of their power supply or more. The bridge is still vulnerable. Apparently that does not just like blow up the whole thing though, so shutters take a lot of damage, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. Also, since I last did a video, they added these fancy laser sights onto the gun. So whenever you are looking at something, you actually know what you're shooting at, rather than just guessing. So, yeah. So we ran this, shot it. I think that about covers it, and I crashed into it. Alright. Crashed into it. Maybe I'll do a multiplayer video sometime. I don't know. Let's see how it works first. We don't know, because I've only played it once and it didn't work. So I was waiting to see if it works. It probably works now. Alright, bye.